years old coaching. When with the young guys, you got to deal with the parents too, and that's something we didn't mention, and that's big. That's really big.
Very true.
IK, would you got any comments on parents? Well, actually, I know you do. I know you do. Do you have anything you're willing to say?
I don't think you want me to talk about parents here.
All right, so we'll move on from that one. I absolutely agree. You guys know a bunch of the stories already. I will say that parents do make things a little bit more difficult. Some of them are great. Like truly, you will have some parents you're just like, wow, if every parent was like this, it'd be so easy. But they do change the atmosphere in games, because some kids, the game can be all right, but you hear parents from both teams just going off and the tension goes up, and that can really lead to not great places. Go ahead, Phil.
This may be a one you can't answer for all of you, since you're, this is your profession. Like for example, when you have a team for yourself with your kids, right? You have to let them know you're the boss, in a sense. Not necessarily trying to hey, I'm the big man on campus, but you got to let them know you're the coach. Same thing has to be done with the parents, like we were talking about. Now,
just
you know what? No, what?
Let me tell you.
Next topic. I'm gonna get you out of trouble. I won't get no one in trouble.
Hold on. You know what? Screw it. Let me tell you a story. This was back at one of the first clubs I worked at, local clubs. I believe I was 19 at the time.
That's the name.
I was either 19 or 18 at the time. Not sure which one, but I was young. And I was young to be the head coach of a travel team. I got the opportunity because I guess I knew people and people trusted me. And one of the first things I was told going into that position by the other coaches and by the coach that was mentoring me was the biggest challenge for this age group. This was U9. The biggest challenge for this age group is going to be the parents. And at first I was like, the parents, it's 9-year-olds. What are they going to come and ask me? She was like, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You see exactly what I'm talking about. So I start working with the kids who, mind you, this is their first time in travel soccer. Some of them have never even played soccer before. And there's this huge disparity between the kind of players that you're going to get. So you have to find a way to balance it out. You got to find a middle ground. You gotta mix things up. It's not always going to be serious. And at that age, some of them are still 7, some of them are still 8. You're focusing more on the fun aspect, right? And then I started getting my first complaint from a parent who said, and I quote, I heard all they do is play sharks and minnows. And I know in my heart, I know that that's not all they do. So I asked her, were you at the last session? She's like, no. And I'm like, have you been to any of the other sessions? She's like, actually, my husband is the one that brings them. I'm usually not there. And I'm like, so how do you know all they're doing is playing sharks and minnows? And at this point, I'm young, so I'm trying to be polite about the situation, try not to sound mean, rude. And I'm trying to explain to her, yeah, we do other things. Sharks and minnows was probably something we did on the first day, and I don't remember us doing that ever again. And then we start the season. We're playing games like they're not winning. It's like you're 9. Who cares if you're winning, right? We're trying to teach you some things. When the kids come off, I'll explain some things that they were doing on the field to them. Just a little back and forth between them. And then I had another complaint. The parents felt like I wasn't screaming at the kids loud enough. And I'm like, they're 9 years old. I even addressed this to the other head coaches. Like, am I doing something wrong? They're like, no, they're 9. You're not supposed to scream at them. You're supposed to shout words of encouragement or whatnot. And it just kept going. It just kept going like this.
Thank you for listening to ToroFoot. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and check out our other videos.